Hey everyone, welcome back to the Might and Magic 6 Completionist run. We are in for, I think, a bit of a shorter episode today, but it's for a good reason. See, the way I kind of began organizing this series was I would try to do an area or a quest per video, and depending on the area and depending on the quest, it could be shorter or longer. Usually, it would tend towards longer, but that was the general formula. For this video, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different because I have made the executive decision that next video we are going to be entering Paradise Valley. Not just entering Paradise Valley, but full clearing it. And while we are reasonably strong right now, you saw how we dealt with the thunder lizards in the previous episode, we are not quite at the level we need to be, or the level that I want us to be, before we're comfortable fighting hydras, titans, and dragons. And this video is going to be all about simply preparing us for that. That's all I'm going to do in this video, is make the preparations. And there is one very important part to these preparations that I'm going to make right now. By the way, as you can probably tell, I did my checks on the save file, and we were fine coming into Blackshire. There weren't any sneaky artifacts getting spawned into Oblivion, so we're good. I didn't have to redo anything. I took a bit of a risk coming in without doing this check, because, you know, dealing with chests in this game is always a lottery in every sense of the word. So we don't need the before Blackshire save anymore. I'm going to make a new save called Before Paradise Valley. Let's just call it Before PV, because apparently I ran out of characters. Now, I think what I had said earlier was that when we entered high-level areas which have a good chance of spawning artifacts and relics into chests, that I would enter the area beforehand and scope out all those chests to see what was inside. The more I thought about that, the more it didn't sit well with me, because I don't like the idea of already knowing what's in a chest when we open it. I like being surprised, and I like recording my fresh impression of what's in a chest. At the same time, one very important objective in this series is to get as many of the artifacts and relics as we can. And that can be very easily compromised by two things. Number one, the game might try to spawn an artifact or a relic into a chest that's too crowded for it to have room to spawn in. And because I don't have the unofficial patch, I would have to get it on the first try. And some layouts are bad enough that you would probably have to try thousands of times before the item spawned in the perfect arrangement to give room for the large item that you were waiting to spawn in. So that's one pitfall. The other thing is that if an artifact spawns inside a chest, there is a chance that it might be one of the 5 artifacts that are scripted to be in other locations in the game. So there's a dagger that's in a Freehaven dungeon. There's a sword that you get for beating a strength challenge in the eel-infested waters. And there are 3 artifacts that are rewards for the obelisk quest. And even though they're scripted to be in those places and will always be there when you go there the first time, and maybe they might even be generated again when the area resets, although that's far, far away. The point is, even though they're scripted to be in those places, they are also in the pool of randomly appearing artifacts. And crucially, if they spawn in an area that you're in a chest, or if you pick them up from a high-level monster, they will count against your limit of artifacts. And I don't want that to happen, because that would limit the number of different artifacts that we can see in this game. I don't want to find... See, because if we found one of those artifacts randomly, we would also find it again in its scripted location, and we would have a duplicate, or 2 duplicates of the same item, and we would have missed out on the chance to see one of the other items. And that's something I don't want. For me, completionism means getting as many different ones as possible. Now, what is the solution to all of this? Obviously, the most airtight solution would be to inspect all of the chests, but as I already said, it just did not sit well with me. I wanted there to be at least some surprise when I was opening chests on video. And I thought, and finally a solution came to me. And that solution is that I will enter Paradise Valley. I will save the game in a different slot. I'm gonna call this inside PV first time. Let's just call it inside PV first. It'll be obvious to me what I was trying to say. What I'm gonna do now is, off screen, I will check whether any artifacts have spawned inside this area by reading the data on this particular save. Of course, I'll be doing my usual thing of not reading this save directly, but copying the save folder. But even reading a copy of this save will give me information about what the actual save in my actual game has in store for me. And what I will be looking for specifically is a seed or an area spawn generation, whatever you want to call it. I want a save file where I've entered Paradise Valley. I had my cursor over the wrong save for about a minute there, but I think you knew which one I was talking about. But anyway, what I was getting at was, what I want is, I want to see a save where I've entered Paradise Valley, but the game hasn't registered any artifacts or relics in any of the chests. Meaning, no new artifacts have been spawned into the containers. Why am I doing it that way? Well, it's because then I don't have to worry about losing artifacts. I don't have to open chests dozens of times worrying that maybe there's a chainmail that the game's trying to give me that isn't appearing due to the bad arrangements of items. I won't have to worry about that, although I will open chests a few times because even if it's regular loot, I don't want to lose it. But even more importantly, it'll mean that I'll come in at least somewhat blind to the contents of the chests. The only thing that I will know is that there aren't artifacts in the chests. But that doesn't mean that the chests are worthless. Far from it. Number one, we do still need the gold, and they can have some pretty hefty piles of gold. Number two, I am also on the lookout for some regular enchanted items. There's some really great enchantments in this game, and to the point where there are certain specific enchantments that, in terms of usefulness, I would even take ahead of actual artifacts. So there is still a lot to look forward to, even in the chests, with, you know, despite the caveat that we know that there aren't going to be artifacts in them, there is still enough uncertainty that it grabs my interest, and I hope it grabs your interest too. So I'm going to be doing this off screen. When we come back, I will be standing here or in a similar spot, and it'll be in an instance of Paradise Valley that doesn't have artifacts or relics in the chests. So wish me luck. I will see you in a bit. All right. As luck would have it, that first save I made, it's that same file. So we're good. I have determined that there are no artifacts in chests inside this area. You'll also notice we have Guardian Angel active. I guess we can see it over here in active party spells. The reason I did that was, so the save editor, the kind that I'm using anyway, it doesn't display the name of the saved games. All it does is say which slot they're in. And even though I knew this was in the very last slot, I made the extra... I took the extra precaution of also casting Guardian Angel because I knew that I have never cast it in any of my other slots. So in addition to it being the last slot, it was also the only slot where the party had Guardian Angel active. That's just an extra little thing that you know, because I like to be thorough. The other thing, we want to fly, and we want to look down. The other thing I want to do, I guess we can also cast Wizard Eye, is I need to take down these Hydras for a very specific reason. Do we have the correct spell active? No, we don't.
Okay.
We have Meteor Shower active. We need Starburst because Meteor Shower isn't going to work too well against Hydras. And I'm relatively confident that I can go back to cycling through my normal save files, but I will keep this before Paradise Valley file just in case something goes wrong. I think we're good. What I need to do now is I need to take down these Hydras, and as you can see, despite the fact that we're not even Master Air Magic yet, that is all it took to take those Hydras down. And you know what? Why not? We can even loot a couple of them. Let's loot the Venomous Hydra. Let's loot the regular Hydra. Let me look back. I think one of those Hydras... There are two of them left there, right? Or is this one Hydra? I think... There are two... okay, let me just do something. Yeah, there were two of them. Sometimes a glitch happens where if you try and loot a body, and this happens a lot with large bodies, it'll loot it, and it'll give you some treasure, but the body won't disappear, meaning you'll be able to loot the body again. So we happened upon that glitch. I'm just also going to put the Deck of Fate in Roderick's inventory. I won't talk about this right now because it's a
I don't know.
Pretty complicated thing. Now, the reason I killed those Hydras is because we're not going to be clearing Paradise Valley right now. No, instead we're going to be leaving and training, and one practice that I like to get into, because Paradise Valley is on a very short reset cycle, is I like to set a beacon. Number one, because this place isn't a regular town portal destination. Number two, when I teleport back to this beacon after a long pause, if this dead Hydra is no longer there and instead there are live Hydras roaming around, I will know instantly that the area has reset and that I've waited too long. Right now, we should be fine because I don't think our training is going to take 6 months, but you never know. It can be pretty easy to get carried away training because we do have levels to gain as it is, and we also have other quests to turn in that'll give us even more experience. So with that set, next objective is to go to Mist, although rapidly we will hit the point where we can't train at Mist anymore because this training hall only goes to level 30. Yeah, let's save in another slot. So,
Back for another lesson?
let's train
Good job.
Alexis
Good job.
twice. Let's train
Good
you
job.
twice. Oh, are we? Oh no, I messed something up. I messed something up because I almost forgot this.
Job for you.
There was a bounty in one of these town halls to kill.
I need your help.
Yes, to kill a lightning lizard, and we killed the lightning lizard. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't forget that because that's a nice bit of bonus reputation that we got there. Okay, with that done, now let's go back to Mist. Let's train. Let's save again. Oh boy.
Back for another. Good job.
Let's train Alexis and
Good job.
you twice each. What I want to do is I want to get them to Master Merchant. One more level to each of them, although we have the horseshoes, so might as well do this. And I really need to do some selling because this is getting a little out of hand. We're in a new month. There are new bounties, which we are gonna have to take a look at. But before I look at bounties, I do want to go to Silver Cove, get Master Merchant for our two guys because they are gonna get their second promotions in this video. And I, as much as I possibly can, want to reduce the costs of that because like it is gonna go up exorbitantly. I think this was the well that gives us personality and intellect, right? Yeah. So now they should have over 30. Over 30. Okay, good. Next, I think the guy was over here.
Hello.
Maybe? No, that's expert light magic. Are you
Hello.
the person? Nope. Oh boy, is this where I completely lose the plot?
Hello.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll look at one more house, and if...
Hello.
Okay, no, I think this guy might be it.
Hello.
No. I was wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna put this video on pause while I hunt down the Master Merchant guy, alright? See you in a bit. Alright, here's the guy. Our buffs should still be active.
Good day. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to New Sarpagal and I'm gonna do my selling and my identifying, and I'll be back with you once I'm done with that, or if I have something interesting to show you. Alright, so again, I'll see you in a bit. Taking things off pause just to show you that before I do my selling, I'm gonna train Serena twice.
Back for another. Good job.
That's gonna give her enough points to raise Merchant to 13. And why am I doing that? Well, let me just show you. I'll demonstrate briefly. So, is there anything that I want to straight up sell? A few things. Alright, let's go to the armor smith.
Don't touch the merchandise.
Now, if I try to sell him something, he will buy it at the exact price. So, we are getting the full value, which means, hypothetically, if we bought items from merchants, enchanted them, and then sold them, at least selling them over here, we would be able to guaranteed make a profit. That's one way to make money. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to show you, that 13 with Master is the rank at which, at least at these shops, you can get the full value of your merchant skill, and there's no point to raising it after that. Unless you wanted to reduce training costs, it's really not worth it, that many skill points. So yeah, back on pause while I finish up the rest of my errands. See you in a bit. Alright, taking things off pause to show you that I've sold most of my things. I kept one of the Imperial Leathers, because I'll enchant that later on in the video. I also bought some potions and some alchemy ingredients, because we do have to carry on mixing potions of rejuvenation for that mysterious purpose that I haven't told you yet. So I'm gonna do that, and when that's done, I'll see you for the next part, alright? See you in a bit. Taking things off pause to show you this is what I have so far. I'm also gonna sell these potions because I don't need them for now, and all they will do is raise the chances of me accidentally mixing the wrong thing.
Bang.
Speaking of mixing the wrong thing, let me just show you what happens when you do mix the wrong thing.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I've already saved since selling. Okay, let me load an old save. Let me show you what happens when you mix a black potion and a white potion.
Uh-oh.
You can see Roderick, Zoltan has been completely wiped out. That means his body has been destroyed, and only special spells and certain temples can revive him. Not only that, but everything he had equipped, everything in his inventory that was capable of being broken has been broken. So that's what happens when you mix a black potion and a white potion. Okay. That's all done. I'll do this enchanting either at the end of this episode or the start of the next episode. Next, I want to get my promotion quests done. First one, let's just go to Mist. Let's talk to Albert Newton, and while we're here, we'll hit the towers, because these are necessary for Alexis's promotion, but for Zoltan's, we are already eligible. Let's talk to you.
Halt! Who goes there?
His Grace Albert Newton, Marquis of Mist and High Sorcerer of Enroth.
He promotes us to Archmage. That's great. Of course, we get a bunch more experience, but more importantly, there is one very important thing that we can do right now. That is... Unfortunately, you are only level 1 air magic. But I guess we can come back and do it a second time later on in this video. Is that, as an Archmage,
Good day.
we should
Good day.
be, yeah, eligible to become masters in air magic.
Yes.
Now, a few important things from that. Number one, it makes Starburst better, with 16 stars at great damage, but also, if we cast Fly again, it now lasts 11 hours, 12 hours, and a few minutes of that had already elapsed. So that's really, really good. Next, we have to finish Alexis's quest. To do that, we have to go to all of the towns and fix up the dragon towers. We'd already done Blackshire, I remember that much. We just did Mist. While we're here, let's get our mana back. Yeah, let's even cast Wizard Eye, by the way. Wizard Eye is another one of those spells that's improved. And now, inside dungeons, it will actually mark points of interest. Usually, levers or things that you can interact with. I mean, not super helpful if you're relying on walkthroughs, but yeah, it can help you out. It can save you some time. I think next we had to do Freehaven, Silver Cove, and then Whitecap to end it. Okay, let's do it. I was tempted to go to the general store to buy some more ingredients, but I'll put that on pause for now. Where is this? Here we go. Insert the key, and it's that simple. It is that simple. Next, Silver Cove, which I don't think we've done. Or if we have, I've forgotten. Trying to see where this tower is by looking for round things on the map, but the map wasn't being very helpful. But, I mean, as soon as the tower was in sight, I knew, and unfortunately it's on this hill, which made it a little bit difficult to find the slot, but we found it. Now let's go to Whitecap. Let's go to Whitecap. We're still flying. I mean, Fly is still active. We're not going to fly until we fix this. And I think that's the last one. At least, I can't think of any that we have not hit. So let's fly straight to Mr. Von Stromgard, ignoring any and all enemies. And if you hear fireball sound effects, it's from the fire archers. And you saw a couple of fireballs flying. You can see their trails, but those were from the fire archers. We've fixed the tower in this dungeon.
Halt! Who goes
In
there?
this location, rather.
His Grace Eric von Stromgard, Marquis of the Northern Marches.
We are now warrior mages. That is important. The next thing that I want to do is, I'm just gonna quickly look up, now that we're in the month of November, which pilgrimage we have to do. And you know what? We might as well even recall our Iron Fist beacon, although we do have to refresh all of these eventually.
I've
So,
been expecting you.
we're looking for the Shrine of Poison, which is, I'll just tell you, it's southwest of Alamos, and that's not a place that we're going to right now. I guess if we're right here, we might as well pick up the ingredients. And I think Roderick picked one of these up. But yeah, let's just
It worked.
mix
It worked.
it.
Success. It worked.
That's all we can do for now. Okay. With all of that done, we have to train. That is the only thing left. Train and rank up in a few more skills. Now, I'll just show you right now. We can only train here up to a certain point, and Roderick is low priority right now because these two are the main ones that I want to train before we go into Paradise Valley.
Back for
So-
another lesson? Good job. Good job.
We trained her to level 30. That's as high as she can go. And same for you. We are now still in November.
Back for another lesson?
Let's train you.
Good job. Good job.
And that's as high as you can go. Excuse me? Why aren't you warrior mage? Battle mage. Oh, was it because I didn't get the quest? Hang on, something's not right. Did I never get the quest from him? And I just... reset all the dragon towers? I've done that. We definitely had this quest, right? Because I remember seeing that dialogue option in-game. Are we missing one of them? Let's fly back here and see what happens.
Halt! Who goes there?
His Grace Eric von Stromgard, Marquis of the Northern Marches.
Okay. This time it's definitely worked because I can see Alexis has the extra hit points and man, but that was weird. I'm gonna have to look up when we see the footage what actually happened there because that was very alarming. Alright, now, once again, we're gonna train as far as we
Back for
can.
another Good job.
And you can see how expensive it's gotten.
Back for another Good job.
Even with Master Merchant. Are we in December right now? Now we're in December. By the way, I neglected the bounties for the last month because it would have just been an extra distraction. I'm single-mindedly focused on getting this done.
I've
So-
been expecting you.
Let's get the next pilgrimage. This is for the Shrine of Magic, and I happen to know that the Shrine of Magic is in Blackshire. Before we do anything with that, let's just refresh this beacon. Let's also spend some skill points. You need to put all your points into fire magic. You also need to ramp up your fire magic, because you both need to be masters in this. And because we're going to be training a bit, I'm going to save it in a new slot just because I'm a little nervous about what happened there. We're going to be training a bit, so I'm going to recall these other two beacons. Bootleg Bay is less crucial, but might as well keep it open while we have it. And I'll be back once these two beacons are set. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, the last beacon is set. Let's just go to, Blackshire? Yeah. And we'll go to the shrine quickly. It's right here, which is convenient. And we'll get some magic resistance for everyone. Nice. That's actually a pretty important stat to have. Next, we do need to train even more. So what I'm gonna do is... the next place to train, I believe, is in Silver Cove. That's the next... the one with the next highest level cap. So I'm just gonna walk around until I find it. I think this is it? Yes, okay. Abdul's Discount Training Center. And again, we're gonna train Alexis and Zoltan.
Ready to train?
Ooh, wow, this is so expensive. You can see...
There you go.
that's what I said, December 10th.
Ready to train? There you go.
You've gotten... is this enough points to get to level 12? No. But you made pretty good progress. You can become expert with just 2 ranks to go. You, my friend...
Ready to train? There you go.
we're still in December. Don't quite have enough. Will training one more time leave us in December?
Ready to train? There you go.
No, we're in January. Wow, that was a long training session. So instead, I'm gonna give you some horse shoes. Why did I give you horseshoes? Oh, I haven't trained you yet. Okay, so I can train you twice.
Ready to train? There you go. There you go.
That should do it, right? Yeah. Okay. Now let's portal to Mist. And find the Master Fire
How are
magic. Not Master Water, that was Master Air. This is
How
Master
are you?
Fire. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm... so we didn't train Alexis? I guess I loaded my save game from before we trained her. That's okay. I'll... is it worth it to train her even though she can't become a master yet? I'm gonna say no. Because it's really the master rank that's the next power spike for Meteor Shower. So we save a bit of time with that, at least for now. Let's go to New Sarpagal because I know there's a person here who can
Hello.
make you expert fire magic. Excuse me, madam. Just trying to move around.
Good day.
I think this guy?
Hello.
Yes, here we go.
Yes.
Now, why is this important? Well, let's take a look at Meteor Shower. It, at expert level, will throw down 12 meteors, which even if you don't take into account the extra damage per meteor from having put more ranks into it, is immediately a 1.5 damage multiplier, which is pretty important when you're fighting titans. And I will even go back to Silver Cove and train her up until it's deep into December before we cross over into January. Meaning we leave ourselves open the option of doing bounties and other calendar dependent things. Where am I going? Okay, here it is. Because every little bit of extra damage we can get out of her is gonna be pretty important.
Ready to train? There you go.
This is put us at the 18th of December. And I think the next one's gonna put us at
Ready to train?
26th or something.
There you go.
It's the other thing. Training takes up so much time. Yeah, this is the 26th. So we can take Fire Magic to level 8, which is pretty important. Now, I mean, I know we haven't even come close to hitting the reset limit because we were just in there, but I'm gonna recall my potion, my portal, my beacon to Paradise Valley. Number 1, to check it, and number 2, to reset it. Because a lot of time has passed while we were training. It was 84 days to start out with, and almost 2 months have gone by. Now here's one interesting thing. So I told you that I killed these hydras to essentially be my warning flag for if I've overstepped my bounds and if the area's reset. Are there other ways to do this? One idea you might have, you might ask, hey, what if you just, you know, drop an item on the ground, and then when you leave, if the area has reset, then, you know, the item will be gone, and then that's how you'll know if the area is reset. You don't have to actually kill hydras or do anything dangerous. Well, let me show you something. So we've left. We threw that potion bottle on the ground. Let's now recall our beacon to Paradise Valley. And I will even cast Wizard Eye and move a little bit to show you that it is no longer there. It has disappeared. So items that you drop on the ground will be cycled out the moment you do an area transition. It's only items that are scripted to be in the place, like horseshoes, like ingredients, and other items of that sort. Only those items will remain on the ground. And even with those items, I suspect that what's happening isn't that they're remaining on the ground, but that the game is generating them back in every time. And that when you pick them up, what's happening is you're also activating a flag that's telling the game, hey, don't generate this item anymore until this area resets. So, how badly did I need that potion bottle? Not badly enough that I'm not gonna worry about which save I had or not. Yeah, because these saves are pretty far back. Anyway, I'm just gonna save here, and I'm gonna pause the video while I think about whether there's anything else I need to do. Alright, see you in a bit. Taking the video off pause just to let you know that I will be checking all the bounties right now. Gold Dragon. We should be able to kill a Gold Dragon in Blackshire. So we absolutely cannot afford an area reset. We do need to actually do this right now, which we are well placed to do. We have the firepower. Importantly, we have the mana. We have a lot of mana to play with. So, because there's nothing else specific that I can think of, well, I did say that I would enchant this and see if I got anything interesting. So I guess I'll do this, and maybe that's what we'll end the episode off with. And maybe I'll remember something else I needed to do while I'm doing this, right? So I'll see you in a bit. Taking things off pause to show you I got the Wizard's enchantment, which, you know what, I'm gonna accept that. It even gave you a small bonus to your max spell points. I'll save there, and when you recover, I'll try to enchant this. I think I should be able to. Perfect. And now I'll just have Serena sell it.
Don't touch the
And
merchandise.
before we end off, we might as well check with the other town halls while they're still open about if there's a quick bounty that we can knock off.
Have I got a job for you?
Priest of Ba is not gonna happen, sadly. And last one to check is Silver Cove, right?
I could use your services.
Harpy Hag. We can actually do that. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's go to Whitecap, kill a Harpy Hag, and claim that bounty, and that's where we'll end this video.
Can we assist you? Luck be with you.
Let's have you cast Fly, your lovely, lovely fly spell that lasts forever. Let's portal to Whitecap. And I'm glad I left all these harpies alive. Main reason for me not killing them earlier was just because of how annoying it would be. As it turns out, it was to our benefit. Alright. Now, where were they? They were mainly in the hills, separating this town from the other town. And I see one already. I'm gonna stay far away so as to not activate the Harpy Witch. And I'm not interested in getting into any elaborate combat here. Who's shooting me? I'm not interested in fighting you guys. Let's just go to Silver Cove. Let's turn in this bounty.
I could use your services.
Let's buy some food because we're pretty low. Let's go to the tavern, which is right here.
I suppose you'll be wanting service. Pirate stew.
Let's give Peter a tip. Oh no, he insists on having a drink.
Pirate
Let's have a drink.
stew.
And he has stuff to say about the Silver Helms who we encountered earlier. We don't care about them right now. Right now, what we want to do is want to recall our beacon in Paradise Valley. We want to save our game, and we are going to end our episode. The other reason I'm ending it here rather than doing combat in Paradise Valley is because I kind of wanted the next video to be a standalone one that people could watch by itself, purely showcasing how to take down Hydras, Titans, and Dragons in Paradise Valley using these spells, Starburst and Meteor Shower. And the other reason was because even though this video has been shortish so far, if I included the clearing of Paradise Valley, it would be, I don't know, an hour and a half, and that would be way too long. So yeah, I think it makes sense to put it in its separate video. And the other thing is, this is a monumental enough occasion that I think it does deserve its own separate video. So for now, we're gonna have to be satisfied with the fact that we've made progress and brought ourselves to this level, but we will have to wait until the next video to actually see the fruits of all that effort. I really hope to see you for that one, because I'm really excited to show you this. So I hope you are excited to watch it too. I will see you then, so take care.